My best friend warned me her ex was dangerous, and she was right, just not in the way I expected. Jade had been my best friend since freshman year of college. We worked at the same marketing firm downtown and did everything together. So when she grabbed my arm at the Monday meeting and whispered that her ex just got hired in the digital department, I immediately went into protective mode. She'd told me about Joseph before. They dated for 6 months last year, and according to Jade, he was emotionally manipulative. He'd love-bombed her at first, then started collecting information about her life and asking weird questions about all her friends. When she tried to break up with him, he'd turned all their mutual friends against her, and she had to start over socially. I promised Jade I'd stay away from him and watch her back. When Joseph tried to introduce himself at the coffee machine that first week, I was ice cold. He seemed confused, but acted perfectly nice and professional, which according to Jade was all part of his act. She insisted on knowing every single interaction we had to protect me from making her mistake. That's how it starts, she said. He'll try to use you to get to me. Just like she said, Joseph kept trying to make conversation at work events, and every time I shut him down, he bounced right back the following day. One time, he even said something weird like, "Is Jade okay? Is she still telling people things that never happened?" But I knew better than to fall for his manipulation tactics. But 2 months later, everything I knew, or thought I knew, started to crumble. On the day Jade was out sick, Joseph had cornered me in the parking garage one evening with a desperate expression on his face. "Please listen to me. I need to tell you the truth. I never dated Jade," he said, pulling out his phone. He looked nervously left and right. "She's been obsessed with me for months, and I have proof." He showed me dozens of messages from Jade that he'd never responded to. Instagram DMs going back over a year where she commented on everything he posted. My heart raced. Chills ran up my spine as I read through dozens of sweet messages that suddenly turned into angry rants and crazed texts begging him to reply. I even saw messages talking about me, saying bad things about me. Joseph's voice softened. "She's been trying to keep you away from me because she knows I like you," he said. "I took this job because I saw you at the marketing conference last spring." Jade must have figured it out and created this whole story. My eyes widened. I didn't want to believe him, but over the past 2 months, I'd also noticed strange things. Jade couldn't produce a single photo of them together. Even the details in her stories kept changing suspiciously. I looked up at Joseph and shook my head. "I'm sorry, but I need some time to think." When Jade came back to the office the next day, the first thing she asked was if Joseph bothered me again while she was gone. "No," I said, trying to hide my nerves. She raised an eyebrow. "Well, that's suspicious. He usually hovers over you, and the one time I'm away, he doesn't?" I laughed nervously. "I mean, yes, actually, he did, but I said no because, I dodged him well." Jade's eyes narrowed for a second before laughing along with me. "Good job." After work, I pulled Joseph into a conference room. "How do I know you're not lying?" He nodded. "Ask her what my middle name is or my tattoo." When I texted Jade, she just dodged my questions with an aggressive, "Why do you want to know? Do you like him?" When I pressed for answers, she responded with, "IDK, a skull?" Joseph pulled up his sleeve. "A falcon." His tattoo was a falcon. I sank into my seat. Why'd she lie? All this time I thought he was the monster when she was manipulating me. But things got even more confusing at the company holiday party. Jade walked over to me, hoping to clear things up, but before she could speak, a gorgeous woman in a red dress walked straight up to us and asked, "Which one is Jade? I need to warn her about Joseph." "That's me," Jade said. "Who are you?" She introduced herself as Layla, Joseph's actual ex from 2 years ago. She explained how Joseph was some professional heartbreaker who got paid to destroy women emotionally. Jade's face lit up. "See? I told you he was dangerous. He loved me then disappeared." Just then, Joseph appeared, his hand gently wrapped around mine. Layla's bitter about our breakup, and Jade's obsessed. They're feeding off each other's delusions right now. Think about it rationally. What's more likely, that I'm some kind of professional heartbreaker, or that two girls who can't let go are creating drama? He looked so hurt, so genuine. He kissed my hand and placed a flower above my ear. "I really like you. Please don't let them ruin this before it even starts." I looked back and forth between Jade and Layla, then at Joseph with his sad eyes and soft smile. I made my choice and left the party with him. Joseph held my hand and led me to a bar to talk. After we got seated, he jumped up to use the bathroom. "Oh wait, could I borrow your phone? Mine is dead and I gotta let someone know where I'm at," I asked. His smile became stiff, but he gave it. A notification popped up. "Is she isolated yet?" I anxiously opened up his message with my coworker Bren and saw my picture. "Done. She's all yours." I'm OTW. My hands shook. Jade was right about him being dangerous.